Hi guys, I'm Mrs. Willig. Yesterday, you read the story Henry and Mudge with Mrs. Kaufman. Today, we're going to read the story again, but we're going to pause and ask lots of questions to get a better understanding of what we're reading. Look for me in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen as I read the story to you. Let's get started. Henry and Mudge by Cynthia Raylant, illustrated by Susie Stevenson. The author of this story is Cynthia. Remember, the author is the person who writes the words to the story. The illustrator is Susie. Remember, the illustrator is the person who draws the pictures for the story. Henry and Mudge is what we call a realistic fiction story. Realistic fiction is a story that could happen in real life. As we read, look for characters who act like real people and story events that could happen to you or someone that you know. Henry and Mudge. Henry had no brothers and no sisters. "I want a brother," he told his parents. "Sorry," they said. Henry had no friends on his street. "I want to live on a different street," he told his parents. "Sorry," they said. Henry had no pets at home. "I want to have a dog," he told his parents. "Sorry," they almost said. Almost. When they say almost when Henry asks for a dog, I predict that they're going to let Henry have a dog. Let's see if my prediction is right. But first they looked at their house with no brothers and sisters. Then they looked at their street with no children. Then they looked at Henry's face. Then they looked at each other. "Okay," they said. "I want to hug you," Henry told his parents. And he did. Let's look at the pictures and think about what we've read so far. How do you think Henry's parents feel about him? I think they care about his happiness and that they feel bad that he's lonely. How does Henry feel now that his parents have told him that he can have a dog? I think he's happy too. We know this because his parents say that they will let him get a dog, and Henry hugs him because he is so happy. I wonder what kind of dog Henry's going to get. Henry searched for a dog. "Not just any dog," said Henry. "Not a short one," he said. "Not a curly one," he said. "And no pointed ears." What do you think Henry means when he says, "not just any dog"? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? That Henry wants a special dog that's just for him? I think so. Now, Henry says he doesn't want a short dog, and he doesn't want a curly one, and he doesn't want his dog to have any pointed ears. So what dogs on this page is Henry not going to pick? Well, this dog and this dog, they're pretty short, so Henry's not going to pick these dogs. And these dogs have pointy ears, so that's not a dog he wants. And this one is curly, has lots of curly hair. So he's not going to pick that dog either. But I think maybe these dogs fit his description. Let's find out. Then he found Mudge. Mudge had floppy ears, not pointed. And Mudge had straight fur, not curly. But Mudge was short. "Because he's a puppy," Henry said. "He'll grow." Why does Henry think it's okay that his new dog Mudge is short? Let's reread this. But Mudge was short. "Because he's a puppy," said Henry. "He'll grow." What did we just read? Why does Henry think it's okay for his new dog Mudge to be short right now? Because he'll grow. He's a puppy, and puppies always grow. And did he ever? He grew out of his puppy cage. He grew out of his dog cage. He grew out of 7 collars in a row. And when he finally stopped growing, how has Mudge changed from a puppy to now? He's grown a lot. We know this because they said he grew out of his puppy cage, he grew out of his dog cage, and he has grown out of 7 collars in a row. He weighed 180 pounds. He stood 3 feet tall, and he drooled. I'm glad you're not short, Henry said, and Mudge licked him, then sat on him. That's silly. Do you think Henry cared that Mudge sat on him and drooled on him? I don't think so either. Why do you think it doesn't bother Henry that Mudge sat on him and drools on him? I think it's because he loves Mudge so much he doesn't care. Now, let's talk about some characters in our story. We have Henry, he's the main character, Henry's mom and dad, and Mudge. So we know our characters. What's the setting in our story? Do you know? When I flip through the pages, I see a tree with a swing and a fence. And then I see his mom and dad by the fence with Henry. So I would say that most of this story takes place, or the setting of this story is at Henry's home. Would you agree? I think so. I love this story, and I love big dogs. My dog Frank is a big dog. Not quite as big as Mudge, though. Now, our story comprehension that we're working on this week is putting things in order. So what I want you to think about with this story: what comes first in the story, what happened next in the story, and what happened last in the story. If you know, or if you think you know, go ahead and respond to this video. If not, hold off and wait till tomorrow. See you then. Bye.